beginning of the 16th century marked a crucial point in the life of peasants in Germany. Even though they used to be at the bottom of the society, these hard-working people decided to take their future in their own hands. The revolt was not late to come, so let's first examine the reasons behind the peasants' discontent.
After the end of the 1300s, the economic distress conquered the country and the once relatively calm life of peasants vanished. They no more had the right of a farm lease, paid heavy rents, and the load and concerns of their everyday service were way much bigger. As the laborers' quality of life was decreasing, the population continued growing. The city gained dominance over the whole country because of the inflation. The value of money fell very low, the prices rose and not the wages. The nobles worsened the conditions even more by huge taxations in the sake of their own interest. The peasants' desire of a change developed into a major political conflict. This uprising is also known as the War of Peasants. In 1524, the Diet of Nuremberg was formed. It stroked the administration by making the attempts for central power impossible. A lot of movements for political reform were still going. And here comes our religious friend Martin Luther, who became the patron of the revolt. His teachings were carried by all rebels. The lack of church and political reforms and desperate desire for change are reasons for the outbreak. During that time there have been partial riots in Germany. Poor Conrad in Württemberg, peasants in Carinthia, Carniola, Styria, all set down and crushed by rulers. The revolt found its leader in the face of Hans Müller. His movement enlarged the power of peasants and resulted in the 12 Articles. There they demanded economic, social and religious reforms and alleviated penalties. The rebellions wanted to freely practice hunting, fishing and pasturage. They fought to be free of serfdom and wanted to choose own pastors. The uprising's aim was to simply defend their human rights.
It is well known that given the power and influence, even the leaders who fight for reforms change. There came dark times of tyrannical manifestations. George Metzler started a movement of destruction over the nobility through bloody murders. Because of well-planned organization and strong unity, the peasants took away the power of territorial princes. Rebels enlarged their power and weakened the nobility. In response, the church began secularization of property to lessen feudal burdens. The discontent of nobles rose, and Luther supported them to stop the revolt. He now evaluated justifiable and unjustifiable demands, promoted peace and guidance.
Mobs of peasants led by Thomas Müntzer continued their riots and destroyed several monasteries. That sent a clear message to the sovereigns that the revolt has to be ceased once and forever. The fanatic troops were eliminated because of Luther's influence and Müntzer was executed. Finally, the rebellion in Germany was quenched. The peasants were conquered and the mobs destroyed. In the end, the reforms were declined and the condition and life of peasants did not either worsen nor improve.